chapter 5, which is a new chapter today. But to give you a small glimpse of what happened in the previous chapter, Parikshit wants to know about how this creation began, what happened, how did it go about, where is it today, where are we going, those kind of questions he's asked. Sukdev says that this knowledge about the creation and all other aspects was given to the firstborn. The firstborn is Brahmaji by his father. His father is Sri Krishna, or Vasudev as we call him, or as in other terms he is called by different names. So he was given the knowledge directly by the divine being, so that Brahmaji can then tell it to others. Now his son, that is Brahmaji's son, had asked him this question about creation. There are various questions that he had inquired about, and his father had given the answer. So Sukdev is telling Parikshit the same answers which Narada got from his father Brahmaji, I am going to tell you about it. So listen. And that question and the answers are there in this new chapter which we are doing today. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, the cause of all causes. Verse 1, Shri Narad Muni asked Brahmaji, O chief among demigods, O firstborn living entity, I beg to offer my respectful obeisance unto you. Please tell me that spiritual knowledge which specifically directs one to the truth of the individual soul and the super soul. So Narada has asked this question to his father, saying that, dear father, now since you have been given the knowledge by the dear Lord directly, can you tell me something about this whole world, the creation? We are called the Jivatmas, and then there is the Paramatma. So the soul is there, and then there is a super soul over there. So since you have the knowledge about all these things, would you be kind enough to give me that knowledge? Now Narada is going to ask a number of questions to his father. So we will see what he is going to ask. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, Verse 2. My dear father, please describe factually the symptoms of this manifest world. What is its background? How was it created? How is it conserved? And under whose control is all this being done? Then the verse 3 says, my dear father, all this is known to you scientifically. Now the word scientifically cannot be written over here, but you know it spiritually, because whatever was created in the past, whatever will be created in the future, or whatever is being created at present, as well as everything within the universe, is within your grip, just like a walnut. So Narada is asking his father very important questions. The questions are so simple. He says, can you tell me how did this manifest world come about? Now when we say the manifest world, manifest means something which got created. From where did it come? No idea. It might have come from the unmanifest. Unmanifest cannot be understood in natural terms. See, when we see there is a carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and all these kind of gases, and then there are certain ingredients from which we can create something. That is coming from a manifest world itself. I hope you get this point. But in terms of the whole creation, where did it actually come from? So they must have come from some place, somewhere. And this knowledge you have got because you are the firstborn. You are the one who was born first. Alright? Like you can say, Brahmaji came from the navel of Mahavishnu on that stalk of lotus. You have heard about this story. Now think about it on those terms. You must be knowing because you might have asked this question to your father. The father is the person who has given you this birth, correct? So can you please tell me exactly how this has gone about? What are the symptoms of this manifest world? See, when we look at the manifest world around us, everything around us, I can create a vegetable, a dish, by using some ingredients in the kitchen, correct? But can I go to the garage and use the ingredients to create a dish, a food dish? No. So you will find that there is specifics. And these specifics are important. So if I have to look at this universe, think about the sun. The sun is a star which is visible to us. What is available on the sun? If you were to ask this question, and immediately you will say it's a ball of fire. It has got hydrogen and helium, and there are continuous reactions which happen. So you mean to say there is no gold on sun? But no. Are there other ingredients? Can we go and mine them? You may say, what kind of a stupid question are you asking? The sun is a hot body. There are gases. They're burning. Continuously there is explosions going on. And we are getting the heat from it. So there is a specific thing happening on that planet, correct? On that star. Now let us take some planets. There is Saturn. There is Jupiter. There is a very close planet called the Venus also. We see the Venus in the evening. There is another planet called Mars next to us. Can I land on the Venus? No, sir, no. It's a very poisonous place. Similarly, I can't send a probe on Jupiter or Saturn because it's an extremely dangerous place. But can I send one on Mars? Yes, of course you can do that. So, see, now you understand what is the symptoms. The symptoms are correlationship to the different actions that are happening in this world. I hope you got that answer. So if the place is hot, if it is cold, if it has got some water, there is no water, if there is oxygen over there, no oxygen over there, I think you understand, So there are different things happening. On the earth, there are mountains, there is water, there is a sea, there is sea water is salty, the river water is sweet. Why? Some symptoms. There is salt in the sea. There is no salt in the river. So I hope you get the point. So these differences that are there, all kinds of different things that exist. The birds can fly. The animals can walk. Can the animals fly? No. So these answers are there. So what is the background? Where did this come from? What is the framework on this? See, the earth has to be sitting somewhere, isn't it? Is there something to hold the earth with some strings or something? We don't know. So why is it so? So these are basically questions which naturally, if you are a child, you will ask these questions, isn't it? Even now that you are grown up, you may have some little scientific knowledge. What are you going to give the knowledge to someone else about? Your knowledge is also limited. So how is it created? How does it preserve itself? You live for 50 years, 60 years, 100 years, 200 years. God knows how many years you might be living. There are plants which may live for 500 years. There are mountains which have been for thousands of years. Got it? The oceans have been there for billions of years. How did that come about? So, what is the background? How was it created? How is it conserved? The water from the ocean is not pouring out, no, into the open somewhere. If the earth is going round, the water should be going down somewhere, isn't it? Try holding a glass of water like this. Don't you think the water will fall down? So there is some gravitational pull and this and that. So many things, so many laws are there. So his question is valid. He is asking valid questions. And then who controls it? Somebody has to put a control on these things, isn't it? So Narada's question to his father is valid. So he says, can you please tell me about all these things? Because you know the past, the present and the future as well. So Narada is having an idea that the person who is creating it, Brahmaji, will definitely have knowledge because he is the first creator. You understand? He was given the job of creation. So don't you think he will have an idea when he was creating? The first man, the first woman, the first tree, the first animal, the first planets, God knows whatever he has created. Does he have the idea about it? So naturally he says, you know the past. You know the present because you are creating still. Today you are still doing the same thing. And you know about the future. Because if you don't know about the future, then you can, in a small country like India, there are 1.45 billion people. Now, if all the people of this world, maybe 10 billion people are stuck inside India, what is going to happen? There's a problem there. Can you see that? So, naturally, you are balancing it out. The earth is spinning. Even the little dam which they are making in China, it is not little, it's a big dam. The earth is slowing down because of that dam. So naturally the question is, you know about this, you know the future also. So tell me about it. Everything in the universe is known to you because you are the creator. And you know it is as if it is in the palm of your hand. You know, the knowledge is perfect. It is there within you. So can you please tell me? So verse 4 says, my dear father, what is the source of your knowledge? Under whose protection are you standing? And under whom are you working? What is your real position? Do you alone create all entities with material elements by your personal energy? Valid questions again. So you have a command from somebody. So Brahmaji is a demigod, he is a small g, God. And he is getting his instructions from somewhere to create, correct? So there is some framework somewhere. Somebody has instructed him. Somebody has given him the blueprint of creation. So how is it that you are the source of the knowledge? Somewhere the source of the knowledge is coming to you from. You see, if you are a master chef, naturally you have learnt it somewhere, isn't it? Agreed? So there must be some place you learn. Now even in the world of spiritual, the knowledge which comes to you comes from some source. Either some books or some masters, correct? Now the books, you may need some explanation. So somebody has to explain to you. Then only you will understand everything. Otherwise, how will you understand? It's a very logical thing, agreed? And that is the reason why he says, you have this knowledge. So what is the source of this knowledge? Which library you go to? Which library you go to? Which place you go to? Who is the person who is telling you this? Under whose protection are you standing? So you must be under somebody's protection, isn't it? Somebody has kept his hand on your head. You see, even in the world of politics, or even in the world of whichever place, even in financial world or in your own household, there is always one person who is ruling the roost. So you may say the prime minister is ruling, the president is ruling. You are mistaken. Somebody is asking them to do this. Think on these lines. Today we try to say, now look at a product in the marketplace. Now there is a product which you go and buy. Now you may say, I am buying this product from the market. I become a customer. So I am a very important person in this whole chain. The dealer may say, no, I am very important is because I have kept that thing over there. If I don't supply these goods to you, how will you get it? The supplier to this dealer will say, see, if I don't supply to you, how are you going to get? Then the company will say to the supplier, see, if we don't supply the goods to you, how will you get? Got it? So it's a chain of commands. It's a chain of things that is happening. So the company's boss will say, if I don't ask you to produce, who is going to tell you to produce? So I am the CEO of the company. I give instructions. The chairman or whoever it is may say, sir, you may just be a CEO. You are taking instructions from me. I am the chairman of the company. I own a big number of shares of this company. I am the one who created this product. So it is because of me that the product is reaching the final shelves. And then somebody is buying. The board of directors will say, if we don't give you the permission, sir, chairman, sir, and CEO, sir, you won't do it. I hope you see the chain of command goes over and over and over again. So somewhere it has to stop, correct? Where does it stop? So the chain of command finally for Brahmaji or for everybody in this world stops at the divine Lord's feet only. So he is the one who has given you the permission. So under his protection you are doing everything. So under whom are you working? So I hope you got this answer. Brahmaji is working under someone's instructions. What has to be done, how it has to be done, when it has to be done, why it has to be done. All the questions. Brahmaji is executing it. He's just executing the whole thing. So when he is executing the whole thing, the answer lies, somebody is telling him what to do. So Narada is asking his father, Brahmaji, who is this one person, this one entity who is asking you to do this? Then what is your position? Are you a CEO? Are you a chairman? Are you the person the board of directors? Are you the consumer? What are you? So which part of this, that hierarchy are you in? So Narada's question is valid. So where do you stand? And do you do it alone? Are you alone responsible for putting everything together? See, if I have to create a car, I have to manufacture a car, how many people are involved? Thousands, isn't it? You may say there are suppliers of the steering wheel, there are suppliers of the tires. If steering wheel I have to make, there has to be a steering wheel company, there has to be a tire company. The company has to create from somewhere. And then the tires are made of rubber, so the rubber plantations are there. How big a chain is this? So Narada's question is valid. So tell me how this chain works. Okay, and what is it that you use for this creation? What ingredients are you using? Who is this thing? What is that thing? Why is it getting used? All these questions are there. So verse 5, Canto 2, chapter 5, Srimad Bhagavatam, as the spider very easily creates the network of its cobwebs, and manifests his power of creation without being defeated by others, so also you yourself, by employment of your self-sufficient energy, create without any other's help. So Narada has an understanding about his own father. He says, just like the spider creates his own web from inside the body by using the proteins that are there, it secretes out the protein and creates the whole web. I understand that, dear father, Brahmaji, you have created this whole thing in one place by using the ingredients which you know. So at the end of the day, you are employing your own self-sufficient knowledge and the energy. Got it? So you create your own energy, you use your own knowledge, you use your ingredients, and you have created certain things. Because at the end of the day, Brahmaji has everything, all resources at his command. Correct? Brahmaji, if he doesn't have the resources at his command, how will he create then? He's like a master chef. He's creating something in this big vessel of his about the earth. Okay, now let us make one dinosaur over here. And he's stirring that thing and says, okay, one dinosaur has come out. Okay, you got the point. He's creator. He is the one who is a master chef. He has got all the ingredients lined up. He knows which ingredient goes where. So with his own energy and knowledge, he has created something. So Narada says, now I know you are the one who is doing all these things. But at the end of the day, somebody is telling you to do, isn't it? Think about it. A master chef can create the best of the dishes, but if there is nobody to eat it, what is the point? Got the point? And now you are in a Chinese restaurant and you are making idli dosa. Who is going to come to a Chinese restaurant to eat idli dosa? No. You have a South Indian restaurant. Yes, people will say, oh, this place we will have idli dosa. We will go over there. Correct? So somebody has to come and eat it. Correct? In a similar fashion, you know exactly where this is going. So the whole cycle is known to you. So verse 6 says, whatever we can understand by the nomenclature, characteristics and features of a particular thing, superior, inferior, equal, eternal or temporary, is not created from any source other than your lordship, thou so great. So Narada is praising his father and saying, all kinds of things are there. Some are superior, some are inferior. You know the kind of stuff that is being sold. A very simple example I'll tell you. You buy a t-shirt, a simple t-shirt, a branded simple t-shirt in India. Okay. Now when you buy it in India, you may get it for 500 to 1000 rupees. The brand is there, everything is over there. Okay. But the t-shirt doesn't look like the one which might be sold in Europe or in America. So you will wonder, why is it there? Why is this difference there? Now in different places, there are sales going on. So there is the same stuff is available in the malls, same stuff is available in the high street stores, same stuff is available online. Is it the same or is it different? It is different. In the production sector, where they are producing these things, there are different grades that are used. This stuff is made for the streets. This stuff is made for the malls. This stuff is made for the main flagship stores. This stuff is made for selling it, for sale purposes. So all the ingredients are different. They are never the same. So you will find that what you get on the streets is the cheapest quality because it is sold at literally dirt cheap prices. This is the secret of what you can get at what price. In a similar fashion, who is making all this? It's one company only making it, isn't it? I still remember working for an organization. When orders came from X place, the ingredients used were supposed to be superior. In another place, if somebody else gave an order, they will put some other ingredient in it. And third place, third other ingredient, because everybody's pricing is different. Got it or no? In a similar fashion, you will find that you may sit in a restaurant. The restaurant pricing differs. The same bottle of water, if you buy outside, may cost you 20 rupees. You go to a good restaurant, they may charge you 30 rupees. You may go to a high-class restaurant, they may charge you 50 rupees. You go to a 5-star hotel, they may charge you in hundreds. Why hundreds? It's a very funny thing. I remember one incident in the past. It so happened that we had, the company which I was working for, we had a blanket, absolutely a blanket supply for one very, very big chain. So now it so happened that we had a competitor. Now, when somebody went and asked for a certain drink, a cola or a lemon or something like that, that person will never be shown the bottle. If you go to a 5-star hotel, they may never show you the bottle also. They will just pour the drink and they will give it to you. So it so happened that this gentleman, who was the owner of this other organization or a CEO or whatever, chairman or something, he went to this great chain of hotels and he insisted, I want my stuff over here. I insist. Now every 5-star hotel, restaurant, the big places, they always honor the customer, correct? So what they did was, in the kitchen, they poured the drink and they brought it in a glass to show him. He took a sip and he said, I'm sorry, this is not my company's drink. Now when he said this word, this is not my company's drink, the person who was serving him, he went and called his manager. The manager went and called somebody else, and then they called somebody else, and finally the F&B chief. The F&B chief was a very smart fellow. He said, go outside, there is a restaurant behind our place, get an empty bottle of that man's drink. We will not be, doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Just put the empty bottle in front of him and show him that his glass is filled with that liquid. Now, this was a very nasty way of doing things, because that person was insisting. So when he did that, immediately that person said, how can you do this? You are putting an empty bottle in front of me and saying that this is a drink which was there in this bottle. I know the taste of my drink, see? So finally, they called me up and they asked permission. The super boss of that company called me and asked me the permission. Can we get a bottle, buy a bottle from outside and supply it to this fellow? I said, please go ahead, buy an entire crate if you want. I'll reimburse it for you. So we brought an empty crate filled with that liquid, and in front of him we opened 5 bottles and gave it to them. He was very happy. Oh, so you are serving my drinks now. Well, what is the moral of this story? The moral of this story is the insistence. The ingredients are coming from the same place. Please understand this. What is the main ingredient at the end of the day? Water. Water is there, carbon dioxide gas is there, phosphoric acid is there, sugar is there, liquid is there, the coloring material is there, okay? essence is there, all these things are there. It doesn't make a difference to anybody. But the ego is what makes a difference. So the ego has to be always pampered. Please understand this. And those who follow the path of Rajas, the Rajasic people, you have to always praise them. Oh, you did a great video, you know. Your videos are really very good. I went and liked it. I subscribed to it. It's called the ego. And the ego is like a bloated thing. It's a Rajasic thing. So understand one thing. Brahmaji is the boss of Rajas. And his son is very smart. He tells him, you are my father. You are the greatest thing on planet Earth. You are the one who has done everything. Your lordship. See the way how he is saying those words. You understand the nomenclature. The way you have to brand everybody. Are you not a branded person? Ask yourself this question. What is your brand called? You have a name, isn't it? That is your brand. You may have a surname. You may have some nomenclature. Nomenclature means a name. You call yourself, say, Indian, American, European or something like that. That is nomenclature. So people read into that. Oh, he is from India. He is from America. He is from this place. We go by the names. Nomenclature is important. Then, characteristics and features. Everybody has characteristics, isn't it? So the creation of this universe has a characteristic. I told you just now an explanation about the sun, the moon, the stars and everything, isn't it? Planets also. How do you recognize Saturn? Correct? You recognize Saturn because of its characteristics. It has got those rings around it. The biggest planet, Jupiter, yes, it is one of the biggest planets. You know that. The sun, that hot ball of fire that is there. Now, can I mix it up with Mars or Mercury? No. They are different. So everything is made in a certain way. Something is superior, something is inferior. There is always a hierarchy of things. Something is equal also. Something is external, something is temporary. It is there for some time and it goes away. You seen the shooting stars? They don't last for long, no? They come, they enter the atmosphere, disappear somewhere. Similarly, in this universe, a lot of things happen. Sometimes you will see continents are drifting. India is a continent which broke away from Africa and came and banged itself against the Himalayas got created. You know this, the Asian subcontinent. We are not from Asia. This place where we are living is not from Asia. A patch of land, it broke away and came and banged itself onto this. That is why the mountain range has come. So where are we from? No idea. Maybe you are from Africa, because that's the continent which broke away. You see, the Madagascar and all those things are there, isn't it? So it was not called Africa at that time. It was called by some other name. So nomenclature was different. Superior and inferior. Why? Some people have brains, some people don't have brains. Superior and inferior, isn't it? Alright? And then some things are eternal. They are there forever. My Gurudev is like an ever. He's always there forever. Dattatreya is my Gurudev. Guru Dattatreya is there forever. Like he is an eternal one. Hanumanji is always there. Some people die. Some people are born, some people die. So what is this lordship that we are talking about? Verse 7, yet we are moved to wonder about the existence of someone more powerful than you. When we think of your great austerity in perfect discipline, although your good self is so powerful in the matter of creation. The next verse says, verse 8, my dear father, you know everything and you are the controller of all. Therefore, may all that I have inquired from you be kindly instructed to me so that I may be able to understand as your student. So Narada is actually pandering to his father. You see, in the previous verse, he told him, you are the greatest one who creates everything. And then he says, now this is something which he introduces very, very, without Brahma's understanding. He says, somebody must have told you to do this, see? So, we are moved to wonder. So, we are wondering, all these, the whole planet is wondering. Everybody who is a living entity wonders. Who is this one who has given you this permission to create? Somebody must have told you. So, he says, and you have done these great austerities. Have you ever seen Brahmaji? He's always in meditation. Have you noticed it? He's always actually meditating. His eyes are closed. The four heads of his, they are right round. The fifth one got chopped off, you know that. So, he is there sitting in a meditative posture. He is doing his austerities because in his hand, what is there? The Japamala is there. Kamandalu is there. Have you noticed how the hands are placed? So, he is always doing the name. He is taking the name of the Lord and he is having austerities in his name, and yet he is doing all those things, which is the production, the job of creating something. And you are in the perfect discipline because you do everything in a disciplined manner. You follow the exact protocols that are required. Although your good self is more powerful in the matter of creation, so you are the super boss of creation. No doubt about it. You are the super boss of creation, but someone is telling you to create. Who is this someone? We think about this great mystery, this is a great mystery. And you know everything. See, you are the one who is creating, so naturally you will know everything, isn't it? But you control everything. Everything comes through you. You are the boss, because of which everything comes from you. But at the end of the day, something is telling you, somebody is telling you. So, can you please tell me, right from the beginning, give me an instruction. What is this that is happening? Who is the one who is telling you to create? What is the framework on which you are working? What are those instructions? How is it that you know what to create when? Because you are the one who runs the past, the present and the future, and you have so much of knowledge. You are yourself a very enlightened person. But something is doing that through you. So who is this person? Where is this coming from? So I should be able to understand. So treat me as my student. Treat me as a student and help me understand this whole thing. Because I want to be your disciple. So tell me everything in detail. So this is what Narada has asked his father. And in all these are questions that were asked so far. The next week, that is the coming week, Monday, we will be doing about the answers which Brahmaji gives. So we will stop over here at Canto 2, Chapter 5, Verse 8. Recording.